Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks, and if you didn't see my last video, I went 4-0 last week. That's right, I gave you both the winners, the Carolina and Denver, and I gave you the over in Carolina game and the under in Denver game as well. So there's my stats for the year, my final stats board. Not too shabby, over 50%, that's all I'd ask. I did great. I had a bad month in December. Other than that, I did fairly well. I got commented in the Hatbox video. Wow, I'm trying to do a video down here. Do you mind? Jeez, peace. Man, messing up my video and everything. Anyways, I resent that remark. All right, well, this is the Super Bowl 50, and let's get on with the show. All right, Super Bowl 50, a lot to analyze in this game. Denver with the #1 defense, with Carolina #6 defense, and yards per game, Denver at 16, with Carolina at 11. These teams are very closely combined together, real close. Denver, is better in passing, as is Carolina is better in running. Throughout the year. So, you look at Denver, you can say 2 years ago when they croaked against Seattle. Seattle had a great defense on there. They had the #1 defense. Wasn't always Peyton Manning. Even first series play with Denver, the center just hiked it over his head for a safety there right at the beginning of the game, too. So, all players involved feel that stress. So is there any additional stress with Denver? The Peyton Manning, HGH investigation. Peyton Manning's already said, hey, it was probably my last game. It's sort of like, stealing the stapler at work the day before you gotta leave. Who cares? It's like, he don't care about the HGH investigation. A lot of people say, oh, it's additional pressure. He don't care. Well, he's got all the money in the world. What are they going to do? Suspend him some games? That's not going to happen. So you just wipe that off the table. Carolina, they're having fun as a team. They're out there, doing selfies. They're having a great time, having a great season. It's great, giving kids fans footballs, and every scoring touchdown that you do. But that is at home. Now, both these two teams, they're playing away, I'd like to say. They're in San Francisco. It's going to be Super Bowl 50. It might be a little chilly that night. So let's look at their last 3 away games. That's just to compare the two, okay? Denver, 2-1 away the last 3 games. They beat Chicago 17-15, won by 2 points. Beat San Diego 17-3, won by 14 points. And then lost to Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh 34-17 or 27. So they lost by a touchdown. So on those 3, Denver lost by a touchdown. All right, let's look at Carolina. All right, last 3 away games. At New Orleans, 41-38, so they won by 3 points. I remember that was a huge spread too, and they just barely won. And same with the Giants. Giants in New York, they won 38-35, so they won by 3 points again. And then Atlanta, they lost that game 20-13, so they lost by a touchdown. So analyzing these numbers here, and looking at the opening line was at 3.5, which is pretty fair. Like I said, last 3 games, Carolina lost by a touchdown, then won by a field goal in their last 3 away games. Same with Denver; they just barely creeped in there and lost by 7. So they're open at 3.5. and the over was 45, still is 45.5. So their odds makers are saying, Carolina should win 24-21. Totally understand that. If I put a score on that, yeah, 24-21, that's pretty close, But now the line has moved drastically. And the line, it went from 85% of the public bet, which is huge, until that line moved, and now it's at 74, which is still pretty high for Carolina to win the Super Bowl. But 6 points. That's just too much for me. I'm gonna take Denver plus that 6. I know some high bettors are taking that 6 as well. And I'll probably wait till the day of the Super Bowl to make my bet. I don't think it's gonna go to 7. I might get 6.5, even at tease it at 7. With 7, it sounds like a great idea. Also as well, on my site, bovada.lv, you could play any odds spread you want. It got anywhere from -17 to +20. And of course the bet is accordingly on how much you win. But you can predict that, like it's 5,000 to 1 or something like that. So you bet $1, you win $500, and that's if you pick Denver -20. Something in that area. I haven't bet that yet, but I'm going to bet them on the game day since I am taking the underdog, so I get better odds, better spread. So I'm taking the Denver +6. All right, we got that out of the way, and let's bring out the ATS week for the championship round. As you know, I got 2-0, 100%, plus the 2-0 for the ATS in parentheses there. Bridgewater's finest, same thing as I did. He didn't have a video. He posted it on Facebook. I managed to see it in our prognosticating page. Robert Sports Show got 2-0 and 1-1 on the ATS. Free Manny 2-0 on his Twitter account. No video again. Gio Knows 1-1, 50%, 2-0 on the ATS. King Poetic 1-1, 50%. Billy B 1-1, 50%. Teddy Bear Industries 1-1, 50%. Hatbox Kid 0-2 with a 1-1 ATS. Same with Galvin. And Gio's picks, he got 0-2 on his picks on his video. And Sean P as well, 0-2. So both Sean B and Gino get the goose egg for the week. And it's been a great season. Some news, see Megatron might be retiring. He told Matt Stafford and the coach that he might be retiring this season. The coach Philadelphia, Chip Kelly, he got fired, now in San Francisco. See what else. Raiders are thinking about moving to Las Vegas as the Rams move to Oakland. And San Diego will stay in San Diego for one more year. Well, it's been a great season. I will be doing some off and on videos throughout the off season. And thank you for everything, for showing up, watching my videos, and I will see you next year. Peace.